What's up, Dragon Brood? Before we get into today's video, I have a thing I need to ask you for some help with. And I need you to click that notification bell. And the reason is, and not only click it, I need you to also select notify all. Because after going over some stuff with the people at YouTube, I came across my numbers and realized only 5.5% of y'all are actually notified, which means some of you are not getting notifications when the videos are there. It means some of y'all also miss some of the polls, and you're gonna end up missing the giveaway I'm gonna be doing soon. So make sure you click that so you can get notified, so you get the notification when we do the giveaway. Otherwise, you're not gonna be able to participate. Good thing I caught it though, so now you won't miss out. Now, for today's video, we're going to be talking about Mardu Vampires. And now, I want to say, this is something we did a few days ago, but now there's a lot of stuff that got released with Alchemy that really changes the deck. So I think y'all are going to appreciate it and really like what you see. Alright, and now that I'm thinking about it, I think somewhere I'm going to start putting a secret thing you need to respond to in the comments. And if you do, I'm going to randomly be selecting people maybe once a week to do a giveaway. But it's going to be from somebody. I'm going to pick a random video throughout the week, but it's going to be somebody who actually did the thing for that video. So keep your eyes peeled. It's going to be some pretty fun stuff. Now, I also want to tell y'all that this video actually, or this deck, was something I've been working on, but I actually got a little bit of help from somebody that goes by Caltrops. Oh, hey, that's not a misspeak. Not Caltrops, but Caltrops with an H. Over on Twitter, there was something he added to his list that I thought was very interesting that I didn't have in mind. We're going to talk about that here in a second. But starting at the top, we have Warlock class, which is something that's fun because I know a lot of y'all want to play Warlock class decks. Well, here's an opportunity to play this. We are playing Voldaren Epicure because it does a lot of things. One, it does make sure that the opponent loses a life for the turn, but it also generates treasure, or blood tokens. I keep saying that a lot, but they're blood tokens, and we have a lot of things that care about blood tokens. Speaking of which, Voldaren Bloodcaster. We have a lot of things that are going to be able to take care of this, and we're going to flip this quite a bit and be able to produce bats, which is awesome. We have 3 Vanishing Bursts because we do have to have some amount of removal, and to accompany that, we're also playing 4 Blood Tithe Harvester. Again, it makes I'd say I did it again. That makes blood tokens, and it's actually a reasonable sized body. So we do like this in here, and it lets us sacrifice a thing, which is also important. Now, this is the key thing that I got from Caltrops, which I thought was interesting, that he played Catilda Dawnheart Martyr, and I didn't have this in my list, and this was more of like a stalemate breaker, mirror breaker sort of thing for him. And it's interesting because you're not really adding more than 3 or 4 to your creature that you put this on, but it could be just enough, and it gives something flying and randomly protection from vampires, so maybe. But yeah, this is a very cool addition to the deck, something I hadn't really considered. So yeah, we're going to see how it works out. Then we have 2 Fellstinger just as a way to draw cards and again sacrifice something. Have Sanguine Brushstroke. This is one of the new cards that's absolutely ridiculous, but it makes a Blood Artist, which is great. Anytime something dies, you get to drain the opponent for 1. And anytime we sacrifice a blood token, we get to drain the opponent for 1. And we're going to have a lot of blood tokens. So we have 2 Florian, just as a way to kind of help us get to the cards that we want. 2 Edgar to buy us time, but also pump our team, sometimes just enough to just stay aggro. Then we're playing 1 Anja, so if for some reason the blood strokes don't work, our aggressive plan doesn't work, we have Anja as a backup plan just to go ahead and drain the opponent by sacrificing blood tokens, or actually sacrifice our vampires. Then we have 3 Meathook Massacre, because again, you get to clear the board, things die, you get to drain your opponent. You also are draining your opponent with the Meathook Massacre, so there's like a lot of different things going on here. Lands, we're playing 1 plain, 1 swamp, 1 mountain, mostly so we have stuff to go fetch if they destroy our other lands. And then we have 4 Bright Climb Pathway, 4 Shattered Sanctum, 4 Blightstep Pathway, 4 Haunted Ridge, 3 Needle Verge Pathway, and 2 Sundown Paths. The reason we chose these numbers is if you notice, all the ones that are 4 of are black lands, and then the ones that are red-white, we had a little bit less, just because we have so many cards that require black, and even want to have extra, like, double black for a couple of them, so we want to make sure we hit it. But yeah, that's it. We're going to go play the games, and then after the games, we'll talk about what we liked, what we didn't like, what our concerns are about Alchemy going forward, and maybe a password that you might need to know about. But yeah, other than that, watch the games. We'll catch you on the other side. This actually feels kind of bad. I'm going to mulligan this. This is a little bit better. However, I think we got to scrap that Catilda because we would be nowhere near casting that anytime soon. This hand's already not great as is, so, you know, we're going to try to make the most of it. Okay, I think we just cast this here. And then we'll just see what happens. No blocks. What you got for us? Another Berserker. That's not nice. I guess we go ahead and just kill one of them. Alright. The only reason I did it on my turn is I get an extra point of damage out of that from the Warlock class. Beginning of our end step, if a creature died this turn, opponent loses a life. We'll go to 16. Opponent did find a land there. However, we did not. So we're still in a little bit of trouble here. Let's go ahead and level this up, sadly. I think is our play. Wow. Might as well take one of these white lands. And we'll just attack for 1. We may be staring at dragons soon, which is not going to be great. Though here we can discard Catilda, put her in the yard, and we can still get her out later, which wouldn't be bad. Alright, what you got, opponent? I was like, are we going to pump it or something? I was like, what's going on here? Our turn. Okay, we did not find more land, which is very disappointing. Yeah, let's play a Bloodcaster. Try to attack for 1. I'm assuming Bloodcaster's just gonna die. Like a horrible death here. Yep. Makes sense. Alright. I gotta figure out what treasure is worth getting rid of here. Or I mean what cards for these blood tokens. Oh boy, what do we get rid of here? I have a feeling they're holding a counter of some type anyway on top of all this. Unless it's a bunch of dragons. But probably want to go ahead and use one of these. Guess I'll do Catilda just because I can use it later. Wow. Okay. Jeez. That was like pulling teeth to get what we needed there. Let's go ahead and play another Bloodcaster. We'll attack. In the turn. Oh boy. Alright. Well, guess we gotta exile that. Yep, no blocks. You can still attack. Still don't have another white land, which would have been real nice. But that's not terrible. We are able to start setting up an Aja situation, potentially. So we're going to go ahead and attack. And if the opponent does have a dragon here, we at least have a shot at an out. Because then we can attack, we can use Meathook Masker to get some extra damage. We could possibly find a white mana, get Catilda down. We could also draw a land, drain the opponent for 2 extra. So lots of things we can do here. Alright. They had a whelp. I was going to say, our other out was going to be to possibly just use this, but that's too much mana. Alright, what do we do here? If we were to Meathook for 1, we would kill the whelp, attack, they block. They'd eventually lose a damage for that, take 2, 3, That doesn't do it. Put Catilda on the flyer. That just gains us life, but not a bunch. It only gains us 2. I almost feel like we just don't do anything here, which is pretty gross, really. Alright, that's an option, because now we can just meat hook everything. And then try to Anja for the win? Is that what we want to try? This feels a little bit sketchy. And they could just, well, have Inferno of the Star Mounts next turn. Well, we'll gain a little bit of life, so Inferno itself won't do it. Alright, that's fine. That's sort of what we expected would happen. Opponent's at 5. We do this. Opponent's at 3. So Anja would not be enough. Alright. Well, I guess we got to do it anyway. Got to kill everything. Oh, forgot about the one they're going to lose. Oh, never mind. Anja will kill the opponent. So if we get hit with Inferno here, we can still win. If they have a counter for Anja, then we die. Okay, it's a Leyline Tyrant. Doesn't kill us. Alright, they're tapping more mana. That's good. Oh, they're just banking the mana there. Okay. Well. Cast Anja. Drain you for 2. Does that work? We got there. All right. Okay. Get to go first. Can't do a lot with this hand, but we do get to Warlock class next turn, so I'm willing to gamble. Let's see what's up. And I think I'm just going to play the Sundown Pass first, just if there's something I want to do on 2. You know, maybe I draw a Harvester and want to cast that or something. I want to make sure I have at least red mana available. Olenbach Escort. Sure. Oh, that didn't do a whole lot for us. I mean, what's sad is I think we're going to cast the Brushstroke and then probably just lose our token, our Blood Artist. But yeah, I don't think there's anything we can really do about it. Looks like this is going to be a Lifegain deck. So I may want to start setting up a future plan to use a Meat Hook Massacre. So that feels like that's going to be a thing. Because this could very well be like a Righteous Valkyrie or something here, which would start making us very, very sad. Or not. Okay, takedown, fair enough. We could live with that. I mean, in reality, we were planning to just kill all these creatures anyway to a Meat Hook Massacre, so, you know, it's kind of alright. So here, I mean, we may not Meat Hook yet. I mean, we've got a 3/3 flyer with lifelink. We can do a little bit of battling. There's a Valkyrie, okay. Don't love it, but hey, is what it is. Ooh. That I don't hate, though. Wish I would have been a land, though, because I could attack, and if they block with the Valkyrie here, we'd have been able to do some fun things. So, I think instead, what we're going to do is this. Sack this duder. Alright, not sure how I feel about that. Florian's okay, can't cast it. Let's go ahead and go with this Catilda. They're likely not going to block with the Valkyrie. I wouldn't. Like, it's not worth the risk. Okay. Here come the life gain things. How big is it? We get a 4/4 at least, because you have 2 life gain triggers whenever you play this thing, whichever one it is. Alright. So if we get a land, it looks like we're just going to -4 everything. And just live with our pile of blood tokens and a Florian. So we need lands. We need a land. Let's go. That is not it. It's not great. Not great at all. Okay, well, what's our next plan? Debating if I want to just play Florian here to get access. I mean, the problem is this is going to be too big for us very quickly. We can chump block it down the road. And we do have Felstinger with Death Touch, but kind of wondering at what point can we pull this off. And I kind of want to save this for the Blessing, but I also kind of want to just get rid of the Valkyrie because that keeps them from gaining life. Then I get in for 2. You know what? Let's do this. Bit of a complicated turn, but they did leave something on top. I don't know what that something is. It's probably another life gain creature, if I were to guess. But this keeps things from getting too out of hand. Okay. Probably should have played Florian first, but I think I'm going to hold it and see if maybe I can make some use of Florian after all this mess. Alright, so that's not as scary as we thought it was, though it would have been had they actually got to keep the Righteous Valkyrie. Potentially. I mean, as long as we have the Felstinger, they're not going to do much with that Trellisera. Now, they could also sacrifice the Escort. Oh, they had a Kabira takedown. Well, gosh dang it. Well, that changes things quite a bit now, doesn't it? We've still got lifelink, though, so let's not be too down here. Like, we'll take some damage. I think it's okay. Because here's a situation in all reality. It's kind of interesting. We could actually kill this and this with the Meat Hook Massacre. We'd also gain a little bit of life. We'd lose our Bloodcaster. Fair enough. But then we could play Florian, start getting access to extra cards, and then it's just, can they race us basically in increments of 6 while we can attack for 4+ and also be gaining that life. So kind of a sketchy plan. Just a matter, do I want to gain 1 more point of life? Or actually, I'd lose a point. I'd lose life, actually, if I did that, because I'd have to -1. So let's go ahead and get our attack in. And then afterwards, I think we'll go ahead and Meat Hook for 1. And then we'll play Florian. So this puts the opponent at 13, us up to 16. We play this on black, I suppose. Make sure we still have the right mana left over. Looks like we're going to play this for 1. We'll also get another blood token, so there's that if we want to cycle through some things. Sure, might as well use it. Give us 1 less life. We do drain the opponent for 1 more. And then we'll play Florian. Alright. So now we're going to be attacking for 4 while we're taking 6. I think that's a winnable race, so we should be okay here. Barring them finding some magical removal. The other side to all this is, even if they do, then they kill Catilda. and then we just move everything on Catilda over to Florian. And that becomes our next part of the game plan. Alright, attacking. I mean, you might as well chump block Florian. I mean, yeah. Alright, we gain another life. We get to look at cards. We will take, I guess, a Warlock class here. Makes the most sense. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Ooh, wait. Hold on. If I have one more land, I could just use that next turn. Let's take a land instead. That seems smart. In the turn. And here we can block with Edgar. Edgar produces more blockers, so then we don't have to worry about Trelicera as much. So it's a little bit of a long way to get where we were going, but we got there. Okay, we get to go first. Yeah, you know what? Let's keep it. I'll just go turn 1 Epicure, turn 2 Epicure. And then we'll just see what happens. It at least gives us 2 blood tokens toward Bloodcaster already, and then maybe we just run the Epicures into a fight, so they generate more blood tokens. I mean, we'll see. Generally, because of the 2 Catildas, this is already kind of a bad hand. Oh, and against Monogreen, or actually even Werewolves, this could be much, much worse than we want it to be. Alright. What's the big thing we're going to deal with here? A 4/4 pack leader? No. Just a pop. Okay, so my guess is then it's likely going to be a giant troll next turn. Not sure why they're playing the red land though. This maybe isn't mono green. Trying to see how I feel. If I think that's true, like how do I feel about it? Okay, let's just do this then. And I will attack. Because who knows? There may be an off chance that this makes a difference. Okay. What do we got? Just gonna fight? Okay, just a Blizzard Brawl. Sure. I feel like that could have been a much worse turn for us, so I'm willing to accept that. Also gives us pretty much conscious freedom to go ahead and get rid of one of these Catildas. Ah, that could be helpful. Oh, so can that. So can that. Go ahead and attack. And then let's just put the onus on the opponent. Like, if you find something else that you could Blizzard Brawl this with, then so be it. Like, we'll just deal with it. Oh, no, we are not going to let that guy live. Like, that's a non-starter, Oppo. I don't think you know, but yeah, that has gots to go. Just attack with this. No reason to throw the Epicure for no reason. And then we'll go ahead and play this Catilda. And then we'll work on starting to drain the opponent. There's a Tovolar. Sure. Do we use... Because we could play the other Catilda out of the yard. That would make this Aja really big. Or we could just attack and then drain, drain, drain. That's 2, 4, 6, 7 in the air. 8, 9, 10, 11. So it wouldn't kill the opponent, but it'd be damn close. I think we go ahead and just do this. And then let's just big time the opponent here. And we can block the Tovolar, take one, they'll get a card, and we just see what the hell happens. Not even gonna attack and draw a card first? Oh, because it's a Reckless Stormseeker. Well, then they're dead anyway. They got nothing. They ain't got nothing. Why am I even blocking that? I just block more damage. I mean, you don't have to block anything, really, but sure. I mean, it's got trample. Yeah, that's right. So, that's fine. Nothing's really going to change here. Opponent's only at 6. I mean, I guess we play this just so we have something else to sacrifice in case, for whatever reason, this goes awry. Turn one of those into a bat. Doesn't really change much. Alright. Cool. Yeah, we keep this. I mean, we have all the color mana. We just got to find the cards to go with, right? So, here we go. Restless Bloodseeker. At the beginning of your end step, if you gain life this turn, create a blood token. Sacrifice 2, transform it. Okay, sure. That is a thing. No attacks with the little one. Though, we could have just generated a blood token if we really wanted to. But it's not really that efficient because we could just play a Bloodcaster and then get 2 blood tokens, and that's way better. Alright, are you going to gain life this turn? Or are you just going to kill a Bloodcaster, maybe? No. Okay, so we're going to be in an oddly similar plan here from different angles. Okay. How do we go about this? I guess this is the plan. I mean, I don't know really what to do with this, but meh, we'll see. I mean, I was thinking they might meat hook here, honestly. And, like, sure, they lose their Blood Artist, but it seems like that would have been fine. I mean, we are now also going to play a Blood Artist because of all the silliness that ensues. Sap Vitality. Deal 3 to target creature or planeswalker. Choose a card in your hand that perpetually gains +3/+0. They chose a thing they can't cast here, though. So I'm not sure I get that. They even played a land that doesn't let them cast it. Oh, that's interesting. Because I kind of was going to use the Sanguine Brushstroke here. So now I'm not sure what I want to do. I mean, exiling the Blood Artist seems like the right answer. I mean, we could just draw here. Alright, let's do that. Well, I don't know how badly I want to get rid of that Blood Artist. I think very is the answer. Very badly. Ooh, Edgar's not bad either, though. I think I'm going to take this. And then next turn, that just gives me a little more room to play with. And then let's just attack with these two. Okay, in the turn. Are they going to just start sacking? Well, I don't know. Let's see what they're up to. This is an interesting build going the direction they've gone. Gonna kill one of my Bloodcasters? Sure. Sounds like a plan. Oh, you know what? I should have killed the Blood Artist. That was gonna be part of our plan anyway, but nah. Too late. Too bad, so sad. Okay, we'll go ahead and get rid of their Blood Artist. Too bad we didn't have our other Bloodcaster. Would have been nice to get another blood token here, but actually we still would have only had 4 because we wouldn't have got that one from the other one dying. Okay, I get to play a land here. Get to cast something else. And then something else is a Blood Harvester. Okay. So here's the neat part. We get to play Anja. Anja will create a treasure, or a blood token. That'll allow Bloodcaster to flip. Bloodcaster can turn one of these into a bat. And then we can attack for 5 in the air. Okay. Making things happen. We got 7 damage through the air with blood tokens. Okay, they're going to go ahead and kill Anja, which makes sense. Which generates another blood token. Or does it not? Why did it not? Ah, interesting. Okay. And that flips. Sure. We take 6. Alright. How bad is it? I mean, they get their pick of any card here, so they're not in a bad situation at all. Their Florian's doing real work. Another Bloodseeker. Interesting. Is that the best thing they could have gotten? Oh, Enrica. Nice. Good call. Alright, well, we could be in trouble here now. Because this just lets you... Yes. Each opponent loses... Yeah. Do we get rid of a blood token here? And if so, what are we getting rid of? Because if we go to 6, that feels a little bit dangerous. But I feel like we kind of have to. Oh, that's interesting. Does that save us? If we put it on... Enrique's a 4/3. So if we put this on a bat... Oh no, she would just be by herself. She's not in the yard yet. I'd have to discard her. That's a whole different problem. I don't know if there's a way we can stay alive here, folks. I mean, if we play this, we don't drain the opponent for enough. Yep, this is just not good. Not good at all. Needed that last card to be a land, is what I needed. Yeah, don't see a way we're going to be able to win. How many I attack? They take 3. They go to 7. They hit us for 4. Yeah, I don't think we can win. No attacks. End the turn. Unfortunate. Oh yeah, now we can't win for sure. Alright. Damn. Opponent goes first. You know, I guess we keep it. I mean, there's also a possibility we draw an untapped land and this all kind of works itself out, but we'll see. Or we could just draw that and does absolutely nothing. That's fine too. Jadar, great. That's not going to be good for us. Oh, how do we want to go about this? I guess we just play Bloodcaster here. Nothing else maybe keeps the eye twitch from attacking. Or it draws a removal card that doesn't hit Florian. So there's that. Alright, no blocks. Just kind of force the opponent to deal with some things, I guess. Oh, they also are playing Warlock class. Interesting. Okay. Well, I really don't know what I'm up against here, which is a bit concerning, if I'm being completely honest. Oh, trying to think, what do we do here? If we play Epicure... I guess that's what we do? And we just attack for 2, I guess. I mean, worst case, I guess we block something and make a blood token. Okay, they're going heavy on the Warlock classes as well. You know what? If that's the case, I'm going to go no block again. And just try to figure out what the opponent's doing, because I don't know. I mean, they've seen a lot of extra cards here, though, so they got to be drawing into whatever it is they're looking for. They also let a Scorpion go to the graveyard when they're making a free sacrifice fodder every turn, which is a bit suspicious. Yeah. Yeah? Sure. And if I die, I die. Ooh, Catilda, huh? That could probably be a good answer here. But I'd have to get it in the yard first. You know what? I think I'm just going to take this Epicure because I can play it now. It would be an additional blocker. Also generates a blood token. So we'll see. I mean, I assume Florian's just going to die here, though. It would make sense. Especially with the opponent having 4 extra cards in hand. I mean, who knows? It's not a bad spot for them to just meat hook either. I mean, they would get rid of a pretty stout board. Alright, we go to 9. This could very well be a meat hook massacre. Yep, that's what I was thinking. So the bad news is we're at 6, but we do get all the treasures. I'm also sadly regretting not having that Catilda in hand now. Opponent goes and gets some 1/1s that they can drain us with. No surprise. This is a little bit sad. I guess we go ahead and take Edgar. And then when I have to play this for 0, I think just as protection for ourselves. As silly as this is. But like, if those go away, we need to not get drained for enough to just like lose. Oh, that's cute. Boy, that's something, isn't it? What are we gonna do? I guess we go with this. Do we sack one of these? just to see if we can find a land here. I thought about doing this just to make the vampire. Oh, well, that doesn't help. Yep. All right. Well, I guess we're dead. Okay. What you got for us, opponent? Another meat hook? Sing on brushstroke? Sure. I mean, they attack, we block. Because, you know, that's what you do. Now, because they do have one, like, we'll get drained again. Then there's, yeah, exactly. Meat hook's a trigger, and then we do this whole song and dance. Okay. Yep, and now we're dead. Easy mulligan. We'll keep this one, and we will get rid of probably Edgar. Man, I was really hoping to draw an untapped land there. Would have made life a whole lot easier. Getting Sculptor of Winter. Okay. What you got here? Already just gonna meet hook. Wow. Alright. Well, that's the thing we now know. Let's see if this makes a difference. These frog sleeves are kind of wild. I'm not even completely sure what I'm hoping to happen here on this turn. Here's a Garrick thing. Go find a duder. Yep. Just go find a creature, put it on the battlefield. Good news is we should be able to attack down Garrick. So there's that. 2/4 Vigilance. Not our friend, but, you know, not the worst thing. There are definitely worse fates for us.
There are some things that cannot be.
Alright, let's go ahead and look at our cards. Let's see what we got. Ooh, unfortunately, we are a bit from casting that Catilda. I'll take another brushstroke, though, I think. And we're going to go ahead and just play the Tithe Harvester. Alright. Which isn't the worst, because now we can play Blushstroke, play another Brushstroke, and then see what we can do with it. And we may end up just having to sack this to kill one of these. So we're not getting our face beat in. Unfortunately, you do have to activate this as a sorcery, so meh. So here the opponent looks like they exile the card. And now they're going to get access to something. Whatever that something is. Graveyard Trespasser. Ooh, gets rid of our Catilda. Good call. Good call. I mean, I was going to say, it's kind of the thing, right? You don't get rid of anything else there. That just seems silly. No blocks. Ooh. Unfortunately, that is one land short of being enough to do what we need to do. So, we're just going to do this. And we'll kill that. Hit the opponent. Sure, we'll resolve that. Hit the opponent. Yep, then we lose a life. Yep. Might as well attack. This is going to be tough to make work. Okay. Opponent's hand's empty, so if we can find our own Meat Hook Massacre, we can do that before playing our second brushstroke here. Which wouldn't be terrible. And we take 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 here. Yeah, that's reasonable. I'm going to get rid of this Florian, probably. Well, I don't know. If the opponent's hand's empty, maybe Florian's just fine. But I do get to drain the opponent and gain a life, so that seems fine. Let's see if we find anything. Okay. That's not the worst. I guess I'll get the plains. Though in reality, I think I'm going to go ahead and sack this just to look for a land again. I think that's still the play. And we gained 2 life in the process, so it's not all that bad. Man, we missed. Wow. Okay. Oof. Okay, there we go. I was thinking we weren't going to find it for a second. Get in there for 2. And then we're going to hit it for 3. And drain a lot of things. Target the opponent, 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 opponent. Alright. Alright, we go to 14, and now we get to play a second Sanguine Bond. Or a Sanguine Brushstroke, sorry. We kind of need a card in hand, so yeah. This does, in a way, generate a treasure, but meh. I will play this, though. Okay. We'll just not block and go to 14 and then drain the opponent for a bunch on our turn. Sure. Like, not sure what the Shadow's Verdict's job is to gain there, but alright. And yes, I could just kill the opponent here, but we're going to have some fun with our cards. And if we lose, we lose. I'm okay with that. But we're not. Ooh, we get to go first, but alright, yeah, we'll keep it. I mean, I guess we're just gonna Warlock class, activate Warlock class, and see what happens from there. I don't really have a good plan on this one. Okay, well, it's kind of sticking with our initial plan still. Oh, I guess we take this. I really wanted to take a backup Florian, but this will have to do. Alright, Florahedron. Guess we're going to run that out there. Could see something like a Chariot or something here, though. Nope, just a Fading Hope for that. Okay. Also, why is Fading Hope 3 or less? Shouldn't that reasonably be like 2 or less and still would have been a good card? Secret permanent with mana equal to the... Okay, so they just got a card that was equal to the cost there. Fair enough. Let's play... Tempted to do this and this, depending on what they draw, but you know what? Oh, I only have one red land, too. That actually makes the choices a lot less interesting. So sure, let's go ahead and do that. Get us some cards. Okay, those kind of sorta help. Druid class, okay. Not how I thought this was gonna go, but they definitely want to play lands, and they don't have an extra land. So we did learn that there. Very good information. Let's go ahead and play this. And we'll attack. Get to look at 3 cards. And just a Warlock class, huh? Well. Yeah, I guess we take it. I mean, we do have Catilda, which benefits from that, so it's not awful. Go ahead and play it. And end the turn. Okay, there's a Wrenn and 7. Good news. We got something for Wrenn and 7. By just exiling this. And then going after the wonderful Wrenn and 7.
We must regenerate.
And then, man, I think this is where we just get the Sanguine Brushstroke down. Put this on red. And yeah, I think this is where we just start laying the groundwork. And just say, if you're going to get us, you're going to get us. But we're bringing all the options. All right, another Wrenn and 7. Fair enough.
Come, 7. It is time for battle.
Let's level this one up. Ah, dang it. Not cool. Well, what do we do here? We take the Epicure. That's more we could drain the opponent with. Alright. We're going to try to get fancy. And then, you, and you. We're gonna come get some. And Florian dying, we're fine with that. Like, we just accept that's part of doing business. We get the treasure we need. Turns to Voldaren Bloodcaster. Still get to drain the opponent here. Yeah. Okay, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 also. So we can go ahead and level up one of these Warlock classes. Want to play the Coma? Sure. Not sure how big of a role that's going to play in things here. But it might. We're going to start by just discarding this Catilda, though, because we don't really lose much by that happening. Ah, Meat Hook Massacre. Well, that's something. I can drain the opponent for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 when that turns into a thing. Huh. Alright. Opponent's at 11. Whatever we put Catilda on is going to get tapped, but it won't really matter, all things considered. I mean, we're better off using our mana to just hit that. So let's see what the opponent wants to do here. I mean, we could also, after they block, get their whole team with this Meat Hook Masker. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. 6 with what's in our hand. Opponent didn't want to tap anybody. I'm confused. Alright, so we'll attack this and this at the opponent. I mean, we just attack with all of it, right? Because they're going to die anyway. So, sure. I was expecting them to sacrifice one of these to tap something. But now that they didn't, I'm kind of wondering what's going on. Really? Okay. I mean, the opponent's just dead, right? Even if, I mean, whether we level this or we just sack these, like... Yeah, like, that was weird. So yeah, that was kind of interesting. I don't even know where I sit on Catilda, but it did actually win a game or two there and was probably the deciding factor in a couple. So, I mean, the card worked. I got to give Calthrop some credit. It's not necessarily a card I would have thought of to go on the list, but it worked out. The only thing I would say going forward is be aware that there are a lot of Sanguine Brushstroke decks, and that means you may need to get your brushstrokes down first, maybe try to load them up, get some extra blood tokens, so you can actually try to outdrain your opponent, which sounds a little bit like a crazy plan, but, you know, the life gain from Catilda could matter as well. I would say, though, maybe, if you want to be really meta, you build some green-white thing with, I don't know, I mean, things that keep them from sacrificing, things that destroy artifacts and enchantments, you know, like, maybe that's the world you need to be in. But I don't know. It's something we're going to put some thought into. Now, before we get to today's card spotlight, I want to know, and this is completely unrelated, but maybe vampires because they like to eat, well, generally people. But in the comments, let me know what your favorite food is. It'll also let me know that you got to this part of the video. So that's the first one for today. It also drives people crazy because they won't know what you're talking about or why you're talking about food. So leave that for me down in the comments. But for today's card spotlight, we're going to talk about Kalitas, Trader of Get. And that's a card I absolutely would love to have in this list. Like when your opponent's stuff dies, you get a dude, then you can sack dudes to make it bigger, and it has lifelink, and it's an affordable creature. Like, Kalitas is great. This is the type of card that actually was pretty strong in Modern for a while. Since the pandemic, I haven't played that much Modern, so I can't really tell you if it's still as strong, but I do know the card still fetches a pretty penny at around $13 to $15, so it's still affordable if you want to get one. And I don't really know when they would reprint something like Kalitas unless it goes into some special set, so it might not get reprinted for a little while, so it's probably a safe bet to spend that money. But regardless, if you're just looking for a card to fill a slot, maybe in your commander deck that does some of this stuff, check it out, because Kalitas does a lot of things that could help your decks out. Now don't forget, if you want today's deck list, it will be down in the description below, along with links to our Facebook gaming stream, our Twitch streams, and our Discord, so you can always come by on any of those, come chat, hang out, have some input on the content. Also, please remember, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell, and select notify all. That's important, all notifications, because I will be doing a giveaway here. What's today? I gotta check the thing here. It is the 13th. We're gonna be doing a giveaway probably in the next 7 to 10 days. And if you don't get that notification, you will miss out. There's gonna be one opportunity. We will have multiple winners. So be sure, get liked and subscribed and notified. But that's all I have for you for now. We'll see you next time.